Lunch, howdy do, buckaroos. How the heck are you? I'm going to be Tom the Beer and Whiskey Whisperer for the purposes of this video. How the heck are you? I've been off today, but I did some things, had to get some things done earlier today, and just now getting around to doing a video with y'all. Got a couple things going on that I thought might pair well together. Just right there. See if that works. Good enough. Anyway, anyways, how the heck are you? I am from the Beer and Whiskey Whisperer today, and I've got a beer here in a little growler. This is a brand new one from Banter Brewing, part of their Triptych series. They started with a base porter, then two other versions of. One is called a cluster cup that uses roasted peanuts and cocoa nibs. While this one, the Chippy Scotsman that I'm having now, utilizes Scotch-soaked pecan chips. Pecan wood chips, I should specify, just in case you're thinking, something else. Sláinte. Man, there is something special about this beer. It's under 6%, hovers about 5.5. That's absolutely delicious because you feel those base porter notes, a little toffee going on. But you feel those nice pecan wood chips there near the finish. It's absolutely gorgeous. You just get a hint of that Scotch, to be honest with you, but you feel those light whiskey notes. It's not meant to feel like a barrel-aged beer, per se. Let me set that down for a second. So I wanted to pair that with one from Endeavor. This is their malt whiskey. It's a small batch malt whiskey at 90 proof. Bought this a couple months back at Endeavor Brewing and Spirits in Columbus. Malt whiskey, our single malt whiskey. Our single malt whiskey is made using a combination of Scottish whiskey malt imported from Speyside and specialty malt from Belgium. It is a very interesting American malt whiskey. It really is. There's certainly elements of a Scotch in there, but it is an American malt. Other than that hint of peat smoke, what I get on the nose really more closely resembles an Irish because it's very sweet on the nose. But you do get that hint of peat smoke in there. A lot of sweetness. But very pleasing to drink whiskey. I get a honey-like sweetness in there. Oh, that is gorgeous. Just a hint of oak and spice in the finish. Oh, mercy. That's delicious, man. Meant to get started earlier, but then things just kept coming up. Oh. Very rich, very malty. Yeah, has a decadent feel about it for an under 6% beer. Oh my gosh, that whiskey is insane. Yeah, I had a nice visit over at Endeavor when I was there. I had a beer there. I had their Baltic Porter. Only had one there, but then I asked questions about this malt whiskey, so he gave me a sample, and I went ahead and bought a bottle because I was curious. And I'm on a hunt for American single malt whiskeys because they're so vastly different. I want to try each distillery's take on that style. Set that down for a second. Pick that beer back up. Uh, if you haven't guessed, I'm not really in this nice little cabin or house or whatever it is, and with the cars going by, that'll just set a nice mood. Got people walking by, you got cars going by. Just try to set a mood, y'all. As we approach Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's doing all right out there. Sometimes the holidays are tough for folks. Hope it's a nice, simple, easy one for the wife and I. We're past that rushing around, fighting for the oven phase. Like it was just nice and simple anymore. Excuse me, I will be doing a turkey, but as far as what else, hell, I don't know. I mean, traditionally, we always had, you had the turkey, then you had mashed potatoes, dressing, sweet potatoes. I mean, we just don't need all of that for one meal for us anymore. So we typically try to streamline it and then maybe add side dishes until it's all gone. I keep my turkey simple this year as well. In the past, I've done a brine or marinade or something. This year, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make a nice compound butter, slather the hell out of it, and just let it do its thing. I just want to keep everything simple this year. I, I don't know if we'll do stuffing and potatoes. We'll just have to play that one by ear, but I think I probably will do a stuff or dressing since we're not gonna put it inside the bird. It's dressing. Neither one of us ever cared for that manufactured green bean casserole, so we're not gonna have none of that here. I do have one nice sized sweet potato and then one acorn squash that I probably ought to use. It's a little different. You don't necessarily need two orange vegetables for one meal, so I don't know if I'll do one or the other, but I've got them both that need to be used. So, but I really prefer having the dressing to potatoes. To be honest with you, even though I like potatoes, I'm mostly like potatoes because it gives me something to put my gravy on. If you want to know the truth, want something to put my gravy on, man. I'll be honest with you though. Sometimes I'd rather have rice and just put that because the rice soaks that gravy up so good. I know it's not. What my Irish heritage is going. Oh God, I didn't just say that. I don't know. We'll see. Kind of play it by ear. I never know how much I feel like doing, to be honest. Uh, Vanessa, hi, how are you? I'm gonna post your comment. What do you got going on this lovely evening? I used to love cooking Thanksgiving meal, but after we lost Seamus, it kind of took the joy out of it. But I'm trying to, you know, focus on the positive, and sometimes some days are easier than others. And you can't predict it, right? You're gonna be feeling good all week, and then that day hits, and no, that ain't gonna happen today. There's been a few Thanksgivings where I felt like just kind of disappearing for a couple days in a cabin somewhere out of town and just hide where nobody knows us. I honestly thought about doing it this year too, because I am off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday into Thanksgiving. But we'll probably end up just staying home. But and that's always on the back of my mind. Let's throw a bag in the car and just take off somewhere. Smoking a turkey with Hickory Thursday. Very nice. I'm gonna post that comment. Nothing insomnia is oh no, that's not good. But yeah, some days I'm in a lot of pain, so I'll have a muscle relaxer before bedtime. That helps me zonk out. Otherwise, I can't get there. Really enjoy that Endeavor malt whiskey. It does have that feel of a Scotch, if you will. Because you do feel that light peat smoke. It's not a big smoke on this one, but you do feel it. A lot nice honey like sweetness in there as well. A bit of spice in the finish. A hint of cinnamon, clove, allspice. Might even feel some ginger, depending on how you pick up spice notes. Uh, there's a little bug in my glass there. My wife likes actual cranberry sauce. I don't know if she'll make some this year or not. Again, it kind of just depends on how she's feeling. I kind of like that really horrible stuff in the can. No, it's nasty, man, but there's something about it. It's just comforting, I guess, because it's what I grew up with. I like that can, whatever it is. I actually like it the best the next day with the leftovers. In the past, I made sort of a Benedict with it using sometimes a potato patty, uh, sometimes a stuffing patty, and then a layer of the cranberry, that canned cranberry, just a layer of that cranberry sauce, layer of turkey, and then gravy, and then top it with an egg. I know it sounds terrible, but it's really tasty. Tom, you just did, man. Or I'll make a sandwich like that, the cranberry and the gravy, like a open face hot turkey sandwich. Anyways, I digress. I know it's a rough one sometimes to get preparing for that big meal, especially with a big family. I remember there were times it was tough getting everything done. There was a few Thanksgivings, or at least a couple that I can remember. They did two turkeys. Um, because I like to smoke one, but I can't live without gravy, so I'd roast one too. But my son liked to smoke, so I like to smoke one. But that'll take the better part of your day. There are times I'd smoke it the night before because it takes a long time to smoke a turkey, depending on the size. Anyways, I digress. I have Tom, the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and I'm also Tom, the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and all around good guy. Slot. Thanks for tuning in.